Welcome to episode 20 of Annijuuti Knits. Hi everyone, my name is Annina and this is my little podcast here on YouTube called Annijuuti Knits. You can find me on Instagram as Annijuuti Knits and on Ravelry as Annijuuti. Welcome or welcome back. We made it to episode 20. It's been 3 weeks since I did record last time, or actually I have done some recording. I did this special episode of how much I can knit in 20 hours, and you can find that on my channel if you are interested or if you haven't seen that yet. So yes, let's get started. I hope you're comfortable. I hope you have something to do, either if it's knitting or housework or whatever. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I will start with what I'm wearing, and that's actually my only finished object today. If you have seen my videos before, you have seen this before. I'm wearing my Love Notes. So this is Love Note sweater by Tincan knits, and I made mine using drops brushed alpaca silk and BC Garn Bio Shetland, which is I think it's a light fingering weight wool. If you want to know more about my yarn choices or whatever, you can go and have a look at my previous episodes. And yeah, so I will put a picture here of me wearing this sweater because I'm not going to bother getting up. I'm well seated here. I did just tiny bit of modifications. I did a straight sleeves with just a tighter cuff so that it creates this balloon sleeve. So that's a modification. Also the body, I did some waist shaping and I did just straight hem until it was my preferred length and then ribbing for 5 centimeters. So yeah, if you are interested, I can link my project page down below. I will try and link everything that I talk about into the show notes. You can find it behind the little arrow by clicking that, and you will find some show notes. I'll try to link the patterns and my project page and whatever that I'm talking about to my show notes. So yeah, this is my one and only finished object. If you did watch my how much I can knit in 24 hours, you can have a look what I did in a week in there. So yeah, that's my only finished object. I have been having again this little castanitis. I have been casting on I think 4 new projects that I haven't shown you, and I have been working on a couple of whips, those work in progresses that I have shown you before. So I will start with the one that I have shown you in my previous episode. I will show you first the Maja cardigan, and it has grown a little bit. It did actually have already both sleeves at this length. I'll pop a picture here. I have a problem. If you have heard me talk about this project before, you know that I have dyed this burgundy yarn myself, and I've dyed it over this rustic wool. It's this beige that I have here, and I was pretty sure that I had more of it. I still am pretty sure that I still have some somewhere, but because our house has been a bit of a mess since we've had the reno, I can't find it. I can't find it anywhere, and I have no idea where it is. So I think I should have like a little tennis ball size yarn ball somewhere, but I just cannot find it. I know that I did dye a bit more than the pattern suggested. I think the pattern called for 4 50-gram balls, but I know that I had like 200 grams or 50 grams extra, so like one extra ball of extra yarn, and I had started the size large, so I had the materials for the size large, even though I did go down to size medium on the body. So I did some waist shaping, and I decreased the number of stitches towards the hem. I was talking about this last time, but I ran out of yarn. I can't find it anymore, and I was thinking just to go and do the decreases and then start the color work a bit early. Well, as you can see, it looks a bit silly. I didn't manage to make all the decreases. I had one extra decrease to make, so I started the color work and I did the last decrease there. I also had to switch the red for a little different red. You can't really tell, that's not my problem. The problem is the shape of the sleeve. So what I did, I had magic loop 2 sleeves at a time. I did rip back the first sleeve, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to decrease more rapidly. I was only short for like 1.5 centimeters, so half an inch, and I don't think that's a big of a problem. So I can add the black, I can do like the black cuffs a bit longer, or make just like black stockinette before the cuff. That was actually an excellent idea from a friend. So yeah, that's what I was intending to do, but I have to reknit the sleeves, both of them, so that I have to decrease a bit more rapidly so that the shape will be more uniform and not like wide, narrow, and it's creating this little poofy effect, which I don't very much like. Also, the color work starts so high up that it's kind of tight because my arms are, you know, strong. So yeah, that's what I have to do. I'm making this cardigan for my Steekalong, and my Steekalong runs until the end of March, so you still have plenty of time to make one, or even start one and participate on the whip picture. Now that we are on the subject of my Steekalong, I was thinking I might reveal some prices. I will be having 3 pattern prices and 1 actual price, which probably won't show, but I have gotten some patterns from Johanna, which is this fabulous Finnish designer. She has such a beautiful and romantic patterns. She does a lot of lace and beautiful color work, and she has promised to gift 2 patterns. So I will select a winner from the Steekalong 2022 FO thread and also Steekalong 2022 thread, and both will be having an opportunity to win a pattern from her. So 2 patterns from her, and also Sari Nordlund so kindly gifted a pattern for me to give away. So that's fabulous. I don't think Sari needs any introduction. She's amazing and she has such a beautiful patterns. She's so talented Finnish designer. So yeah, I'm very thrilled that I have this opportunity. So even if you are not finishing your projects, go and start, post some pictures through post some pictures on the hashtag Steekalong 2022, and you have a chance to win some prizes. And that's that. So ripping back it is. I was flying with this project. It was just going so smoothly, and then it stopped, and now I haven't worked on it for, I don't know, 2 weeks. So yeah, things happen. My next work in progress that I have shown you is a pair of socks. I have shown you this, I don't know in which episode, couple of episodes ago. I already started this early this January, and they are going to be a gift for a friend, and I dug them out and I've done the heels, I've done the gussets, I'm continuing the cable, and let's pretend that this is a design feature, that the cable ends here, so it ends on the top of your foot. I got bored counting the rows for the cable, even though it's just like a six stitch repeat with four different rows. After I finished the gussets, I was like, I just want to knit straight, and I did this little triangular shape towards the end. And yeah, I think it's pretty. It's a little bit odd, but Marika, if you are watching, let's pretend that it was always supposed to be like this and not my impatience. But something happened, and that something, I'm doing magic loop 2 at a time, as I quite often do, and the ball, it fell apart, and it's completely tangled. And it's not the first time that it's falling apart. It was falling apart already before I started. I was pulling from the inside of the ball, and it already tangled. It was a big mess that I got out of there, and I had to actually cut the yarn before I started. So I have like a little ball of this yarn already set aside, and I don't know what to do. I think I may have to cut one of these yarns. These kind of flat balls, they really don't hold their shape very well, and this got this was now facing the naughty corner because I had to put it aside. I couldn't deal with it. I was just like, I want to knit some straightforward socks. I want to do something mindless with the small needles, and yeah, right. That happened, and I was not happy. So that's the downfall of using or making 2 at a time from the same ball, because that can happen, and when it does, it's it's a mess and it's annoying. So that's what happened. I have probably shown you my Vertices Unite shawl, probably. I have a feeling that it was shown in the episode where, I don't know, I think the first episode of this year. And let me grab it for you. I finished the first section. So if you have done the Vertices Unite, you probably know that it has this irregular shaped thingy. And this marker is where I have been when I last showed it to you. And I did quite a bit. So this is 2 colors striped together. And I needed the needles, so I had to finish it up. So I haven't picked it back up. This was also 2 weeks ago. So I finished the section so I can free my needles and then use them for another project, which I will show you next. I have been struggling with the colors. I have shown on my Instagram, or I have asked some advice. My colors are mostly these greens here, but I couldn't decide how I want them to play together. So what I did, I decided to add this rust color leftovers from my shawlography, just to balance it out and not it, so that it won't be too I don't know, like too green. And yeah, but too many projects, not enough time, so my Vertices Unite has to wait for a little bit. Yeah. Okay. I'm all over the place today. We just had lunch. I have been out this morning, and we went and had like a sushi buffet lunch. My stepdaughter is in the other room, and my stomach is full and my brain is all over the place. So bear with me. I'm trying to think which ones I have shown you and which one I have not shown you. Okay, I think the rest are new cast-ons. And if you saw my How Much I Can Knit in 24 Hours episode, you have seen this one. So this is the Hilja tee by Tiina Hautamäki, and she is the dyer behind Kaarama yarns, which are my favorite. And I'm test knitting this pattern for her. And if you saw me doing this 24-hour challenge, you know that I managed to do somewhere over here. And now I've been just, every time that I don't know what to do, this is simple, just stocking it in the round. Yesterday we had this branding workshop for work, and I had this with me, and I managed to do a good 8 centimeters yesterday, so I'm pleased. Yeah, not much to say about it. If you have seen my episode, and if you have not seen this challenge video, go and have a look. I'm explaining a lot about this project in there, and yeah, it's Slavica Borana base, Slavica yarns Borana, and the colorway is called Sunflower Petals, and it is gorgeous. I really like how it's turning out. It doesn't have too much to go, maybe another 10, 12 centimeters or so, and then it should be off my needles. So I'm thinking this will be done by the end of the month. It is actually 25th of February today. So today is Friday and it's my day off from my day job and it's my knitting day. So here I am filming. All right, the next project is very heavily inspired by Megha from the Skeins of Dreams. Megha is hosting a KAL or MAL make-along for blankets or schlankets or huge shawls. So I have bought a pattern for Northeasterly blanket about, it's not a year, I think it was last summer probably. I was looking for a scrappy pattern and this one was suggested for me. I bought it because I think it's fabulous, and now when Megha announced that she's having a blanket make along, I decided that now it's the time to cast it on. Her make along, I will link her podcast down below and her Instagram, and you can go and have a look. But basically she's running the KAL for a whole year, and that's plenty of time to whip up a blanket. You can also use your old whips, so if you have some, go and have a look how to participate on that MAL make along, and I will show you my whip. This is just a little beginning of a blanket, but it's a beginning. I have made, oh, the yarn is caught up here. So this is a pattern that has two different options. One stitch count for fingering weight and one stitch count for DK. I am using closer to Aran weight yarn because I have these little balls of sock yarns. They are all tangled up. It looks like a mess. These little balls of yarn, they are all, mostly they are the Novita Seven Brothers Seitsemän veljestä lanka yarn, and they are all these little leftovers. If you know my background, I have started my knitting career, my knitting journey from colorwork socks, and those I made always using this thick yarn, and so I have lots of these little nuggets left, and that yarn just doesn't inspire me anymore. I'm not a fan of those thick socks myself. I never wear them, and so I have started to use up everything that I have, and this is, I think, a perfect way. I also have some random wool balls. So this, for example, this is not sock yarn, this is 100% wool, but I don't think it matters in this project. I will use all the little scraps, and I also have this big cone of this similar weight yarn. I use it for my grandmother's shawl, if you recall, and so I will use all of those things to create this colorful, it's like a color vomit scrappy project. I think this pattern is fantastic. It's very nice. You can use any size scraps that you have, and yeah, if you like colorful, scrappy blankets usually are, so that's what I'm intending to do. I have put these stitches on hold. You can use scrap yarn. I'm using this this cord, the knitting barber cords. This is actually not the knitting barber cord. This is just very similar jewelry cord. It's hollow on the inside. You can put it onto your needles and it will stick. So it's kind of this rubbery material, and you can just place your stitches on hold. I have to say, I haven't been using double pointed needles DPNs for a long time, since I discovered the Chayagu red lace in the circular needles. I'm a magic loop girl. I have tried other stuff, but that's my go-to method. But I started this blanket project, and all I had was this bamboo DPNs in 4mm, and I think I did the whole longer part of the blanket using those very blunt DPNs, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to make a whole blanket just using these, because I know that if I don't have the right tools, or the tools that I enjoy working on, I won't be able to finish this massive project. So I went to my local yarn store and I bought a set of Chayagu DPNs, and the knitting just instantly was easier because they slide very well. They have sharper tips, so all the increases and decreases are much easier to make. Yeah, I think it's a small investment, even though I'm not a big double point needles fan. I don't think I will be able to finish up this huge task, this huge project, if I don't have the right materials. So that's what I did, and I did a little purchase. This bag I had to make. I'm actually going to show you some sewing in this episode because I went a little bit crazy. This is one of the bags that I made. I didn't have a big enough bag available for my blanket project, so what can you do? You dig out your fabrics and you make one, and that's what I did. So I'm using this strings to close it, and yeah, I have lined it with red, what I had, and yeah, that's my next a big project. All right, we are now almost covered with all of the works in progress that I have. I have two more. They're both new. If you follow me on Instagram, you have probably seen my stories. I haven't really posted a picture yet. I am designing a new pattern called Paju, and this is the start of it. So I am designing this pattern to be both short sleeves and long sleeves. So there will be two options in the pattern. The same stitch count and raglan increases, which are actually a little bit different than what you have normally seen. So first of all, I ordered this yarn already last fall. I think it was maybe September, October, and I just fell in love with this color. I think it's stunning. I really wanted to use a tweedy yarn, and this is just, look at it. It's so pretty. So I had this idea already last summer, I have drawn it to my sketchbook, and I am making this t-shirt version. I've actually started the ribbing already, and then I don't know why I'm struggling with my words today. I don't really like to show you something. I don't really like to show you my designs that is so like in the process. But I really wanted to show you because I really love this yarn, and you can't really tell the details yet because it has these ribbing which is a bit different. So it has like a detailed ribbing, and one other thing is that I am using this method of increasing that it actually mimics the shape of the armpit a little bit more. Raglan is typically just like a straight line, but because my background in sewing, so because of, you know, my education, I'm a seamstress, so I really wanted the shape of the raglan to like hug the body. So it's a bit funny looking on the hanger, but actually it does lay really nicely on me. I have struggled with the crating a lot because I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous that all the calculations that I have made, that they don't work. I think actually Laura from Penrose Knits talked about this in her previous episode, that it's so hard. It's so hard to put all the effort, to put all the work into your designs, and then you have to put it out there and show it to the world and let it be knitted by other people, and what if it doesn't work? And it's so nerve-wracking. I have been talking to a tech editor, and once I will finalize all the math, once I've finalized my something, I will contact her and she will go through my math, and then we'll move forward. But my inspiration for this project has definitely been yarn, tweed yarn. So this short sleeve version is going to be from this Kaarama yarns Hellikki tweed, which is a merino tweed blend, and it's stunning. This color just brings me so much joy. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Follow me on Instagram. You will see when you will see. I hope that I can manage to do this project fast enough for it to be on the spring and summer markets, but we'll see. I don't know. I have no guarantees. I had so big plans while I was at home to do the grading, to do the math, to do the writing, but my boys were sick all the time, constantly. Every week someone was sick. I ended up being home for 4 days by myself during 6 weeks. So either I was here with the Reno guys, or my boys were sick and I was here taking care of my children. So that's for that. So I didn't do much when I was here. The long sleeve version is going to be from this Kettu yarns. So I was going through my closet and I was trying to think that what colored sweater I would have the most use for. Even though I'm very known for this autumnal color palette and colors in general, I thought that this solid, well, it's not solid, but this very subtle gray, light gray would be a nice staple in my wardrobe. So I settled on or not settled. I chose to use gray. This is the colorway Fog, and I think it's very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gray. And this is what I'm planning on making the long sleeve version from. So yeah, those were those. I don't know how much you can get out of me today. It feels like my brain is not working, my words are not coming out right, and I don't know. If you find me painful to watch, I'm sorry. If you are still there, thank you. One more project, and then I will have an impromptu giveaway, so stay tuned. Yeah, so I showed you those other socks that I had trouble with. I was really craving for a simple sock project. We don't talk about those lonely socks that I have in my whip basket. My coworker landed on a new job. She's a very dear friend of mine, and as soon as she said that she is going to leave us, I knew that I really wanted to make her something. I'm pretty sure she's not watching, but if she is, who cares? I started these socks. Or actually, this time I was only using one because I got so discouraged by the by the 2 at a time thing. And because I'm striping the yarn, I have constantly 2 balls alternating. I didn't want to take the chance for me entangling everything and getting annoyed. So I started these 2 days ago, and I haven't really gotten too much knitting time because I started working again this week, and I've had long evenings, and also I'm teaching at our local community college some knitting classes. So on Tuesdays I'm there. So after my regular job, I will go and teach for 3 hours. So I've had some long evenings. But I really enjoy how they are working up. I'm using this merino sock base that my friend Sophie has dyed, and she sent these to me. She sent these to me in the summer, and I think it's fabulous, and I think they look very nice together. I wanted to show you the striping. I'm really struggling today. the jogless stripes that I made. This is the first time that I made this, and I was so happy about how well they turned out that I actually made a reel to Instagram about this. So here you can see, maybe you can see. Here's the join, and I think it looks fabulous. It goes on the side of the foot, so it goes alongside with the in or outer edge of the sock. Wow, I'm really struggling today. So yeah, if you want to see the technique that I used, go and have a look at my Instagram again, and you can see the tutorial that it's more of a this is how you do it kind of a video. This is how it looks on the inside. And yeah, I'm really happy how they are turning out. Now I just do the cuff and then cast on another sock, and then I will have these socks for her. I think these are going to be, they are size 40, European size 40, and I don't know, I think they look cute. I was a little bit unsure if I would have enough of this multicolor, and actually I wouldn't, because I'm now 6 grams short of half the amount. I had 40 grams of this mauve color and I have 26 grams now, so the 6 grams will be enough for me to make the cuff, but it wouldn't I wouldn't have enough if I would have made the heel. I made the heel, flap and gusset. These are made obviously toe up. I made the French flap and gusset kind of construction. I'm not very experienced what comes to toe up knitting, but I really wanted to improve my skills, so I really wanted to cast on from toe up, so that first of all the yarn, because otherwise it's harder to, what's the word, I lost the word. It's harder to wow, never mind. It's easier this way to make sure that you have enough yarn, and therefore I used the toe up method, and I'm really happy that I did. I think I will do my next pair of socks also toe up, so that I will be more or I will get more used to this way, because I think it's very good to know how to make them both ways. There you have it. 64 stitches, 2.5 millimeter, 1.5 US. Yeah, so that's how I do these things. Usually for myself I do 60 stitches on a 2.5 or 64 stitches on 2.25, which is US 1. And that's that. We have gone through all of my whips. Not all of my whips, but the whips that I have been working on since we have spoke. Okay, now that I promised you the impromptu giveaway, it has all to do with the socks. I promise that I won't say the word Reno again, but I have to say it one more time. Because of the Reno, we had to take down all the stuff we had on our living room bookshelf. And when I was putting things back, I was evaluating how important those stuff were, because you know, you have to get rid of some stuff at some times. So what I found was these 9-inch circulars in US size 1. I have used them, but if you feel comfortable winning a second-hand product, I am giving away these sock needles because I didn't learn how to use them. I don't want to use them, and I want someone else to use them. So this was the starting point of the giveaway idea. So my 9-inch circulars in size 1 or in 2.25 millimeter. I'm giving away these, but I'm not just going to give these away without adding any other goodies. I bought some stitch markers from an Instagram friend. She makes these herself, and I will give a set of these stitch markers with the comb. You can clean all the pilling out of your sweaters or socks, your knit items. And these things I have chose because I want this giveaway to be worldwide, and these can all be put into an envelope and sent anywhere basically, so it's not very expensive for me to send, and it shouldn't give you any problem with customs or anything. So how you can enter? You can enter this giveaway by telling me, have you tried 9-inch circulars? Do you love them? And do you want them? So I really would like to give this to someone who either hasn't tried or loves and uses, because I really want these. They are not cheap by any means, but I don't use them, so I want to give them to someone who will use them. So enter by telling me what do you think about 9-inch circulars, and I will randomly pick among the comments who receives this. The last thing that I will put into the envelope is the stitch cables. So these are the same rubbery ones. They are not the TBK cords. This is similar. It's from a jewelry store or a craft store. I did order some of these colors because I think it's a fabulous way of putting your stitches on hold. And this has two 75 centimeters, so great for sleeves, and one longer 150 centimeters, and that should be for the body. So a set of these stitch cables will also be part of this giveaway. So please leave me a comment what you think about the 9-inch circular thing, or if you are interested in trying them. Okay, we have reached nearly the end of this episode. The one last thing I will show you is that sewing craziness that I went through, and I got some project bags out of it. So next up, some sewing. Like I said, I did go crazy. I went completely bonkers, I have to say. Those 4 days that I was alone, 3 of those days was last week, I did cut a lot of fabric, and I just sewed so many bags. And one of these bags will be part of the price, the main price for my Steekalong. But I will just quickly go through these. I have a substantial fabric stash as well. I have worked in a fabric store for 8 years. It's been years now, but in my previous life. And I have a lot of fabrics, and I don't like just letting the material sit and, you know, get dusty. I really wanted to use up something that some things that I had, so I decided to chop them up and make them into bags. So I did. I don't have like these are all sewn without a measuring tape. I didn't want to use that. I was actually thinking, if this is something that people are interested in, I might do a short video. It's not like a tutorial, but like have a look at my lazy ways type of video, how to sew a project bag without drawstrings. So this one is not a drawstring bag, it's a bag with a zipper. With all of my bags, I used these tags that I have ordered to sew on the back of my sweaters. So they say Annijuuti Knits, these little labels, and I thought that that's a little personal touch for my bags. So this one is with zipper. Here I have some drawstrings, more drawstrings. These are, I think, sock size, and they have all different kinds of colors inside. I've tried to make them like a little bit coordinated so that they are not completely crazy. some blue, red and black and white with some checks on the inside. And unfortunately I can't really sell these. I can, but not internationally. So if you're here in Finland and want to buy some, contact me. Some more blue drawstrings, one with zipper, also has this green checks on the inside. And all of them, they have like this similar construction. They all have the handle because I like my project bags to be portable. Then I have some, I had these measuring tape. I think they were like napkins that I once got when I ordered something, and they were made out of fabric. So they've been in my fabric box. And this one has also some pockets inside with the same fabric. It's black and white stripes inside. I think this could be used either way very easily, whatever you would like. So if you would like to have the pockets outside, it could be also used this way. Then some owls. This is the craziest color combo that I have. Some orange, some owls, cutesy, black and white. I don't know how much you have time. I'm soon at the end. So yeah, I don't know, I think I made 15 bags, maybe more. I took 2 of them for myself, and the rest I have just put here to wait for future giveaways, or maybe I do a little sale on Instagram, or I don't know. But yeah, I went crazy and I found it so relaxing. It was so inspiring to sew something for, I haven't done it for a long time, and it was so nice. It was a nice feeling to have, to be able to sew again. So that's what I've done. I think I have rambled long enough. There's not much to say about life, except the kids have been sick constantly. So also the pandemic, it doesn't end. It always it comes closer. My sister's family has had it, and you know, it's just a matter of time when we get it, and that's just, unfortunately, that's just life. But yeah, otherwise the spring is coming, the light is more present, the mornings are much lighter, and the sun sets after you come home from work, which is nice. So good things. The spring brings a lot of melting snow, slippery roads, but it's just part of the deal, and I'm really enjoying seeing the sun and knitting as much as I can. So I think this was everything from me today, and I hope you have a great week, great day, wherever you are. Enjoy yourself with this craft that we have, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!